for Warren Blackwood.
My question is to the Minister for Aged Care. I refer to the $100 million aged care low interest loan scheme and the government's commitment that funding agreements would be announced and finalised by May 2026, and I ask, 1, why was the government failed to meet its own timeline? 2, when will the successful applicants be announced and the total value of funding allocated? And 3, how many additional aged care beds does the government expect the program to deliver, and when will those beds become operational?
The Minister for Aged Care.
Thank you very much, Speaker, and Member for the question. And I did have to smile a little earlier this morning, Member, when I read your press release on aged care, because I haven't got a copy of it here, but the headline said, WA needs between 1,600 and 2,700 more beds before 2030, the words to that effect. I know that, Member, because we commissioned the research and we publicised the research. So really, we know that's the case.
What are we doing?
That's why we've got the low interest loan scheme that we announced at the last budget. We had a range of different initiatives, at the last election, and the money was delivered in the last budget, and we've currently processing the applications now. We've had expressions of interest. The expressions of interest are closed, and we're in the final stages of assessing those applications. And I understand people want to get on with building more aged care. I couldn't agree more. In fact, I met with a number of the major providers just this morning. When they walked me through their advocacy to the federal government, where a number of the major providers are heading to Canberra to talk about the very issues that we spend. We've talked about as a state government, and I've got an advisory panel, so we talk about those, aged care advisory panel, and we talk about those issues there as well. So we're in lockstep with the aged care providers about what is required to start to get more aged care beds delivered in our state. Now, the complexity from our side is that $100 million of taxpayers' money is something that we need to be careful about how we distribute. We need to do our due diligence. We need to properly assess those projects to make sure we are getting the most delivery of aged care beds for our election commitment. And what I'm particularly proud of is that we're focusing on concessional beds, and they're people that are at risk of being left behind with the changes to the Federal Act. Most people have observed that, so that's why we've been advocating for better rebates for concessional patients, but also that we will prioritise concessional bed delivery. So those hang tight. Those assessments are being made now, and we'll be making an announcement very soon. Of course, the $100 million wasn't the only election commitment we made. We've got the aged care older adult health hubs. We've opened the first of those in Coburn, and we'll be opening one in the northern suburbs and the eastern suburbs as well. We've delivered more time to think beds, and imitation and flattery being what it is, we're very pleased to see that the opposition copied our policy when it talked about expanding for the King Edward site as well. Let's see how that actually goes in practice. I'm a bit sceptical, but we've got more time to think beds. 146 now have been delivered across regional and metropolitan WA. We've got transitional beds delivered as well, and we've also got some assistance of some technology that can be worn by patients at home, so that they can have advanced additional care delivered at home, wearing technology worn devices, so that if need be they can get additional assistance. Now, we've contracted some of those beds, and I was actually advised by Hall and Pryor that they have actually got patients now that's starting to roll out, so that's really good to see. So hang tight, Member. We will be delivering our low interest loan scheme very soon.
Supplementary
Question, Member for Warren Blackwood.
Thank you, Minister. If demand for the scheme exceeds available funding, will you commit additional funds to ensure worthy projects are not left behind?
Minister.
I'm very proud of the work that this government is doing to work closely with the aged care sector to understand how we unlock more residential aged care. And in fact, time and again, the feedback that we get that as a state government we are the most engaged with the sector and the most communicative about what the needs are for the sector. And I think we relayed before that at the Ageing Australia conference, the National CEO, Tom Simonson, was very fulsome of his praise to the WA government in terms of the work that we've been doing over here. So we'll continue to look at what support the state government can bring to the table, but we're also looking at planning, ensuring that there are no blocks to planning, and the Minister for Planning has talked about the reforms that we've been put in place. I think that's really important. We're looking across the continuum. We won't stop until we know that there is enough aged care beds in the system, and also that our community and older West Australians are well served by that system.
Thank you, Minister.